Hey everyone, I am here today to bring forth a message from Spirit. It is Thanksgiving in the United States, and I want to just start out by saying thank you for being here, for being on this journey, for allowing me to bring forth messages from Spirit, for allowing me to share with you my own experiences, and to be here for you and with you on this journey. Before we begin, I would like to just say that these messages are brought to you only in love and in the highest light, removing myself from any of my own personal opinions or thoughts. This comes from the heart because this is why I'm here, to help you. And this is why I am called to do what I do, because I'm also learning along the way. Something that is coming through, the Spirit is here because I feel that feel very strongly that there are some that are in great need of this, really getting in touch with your soul, and you're kind of at wit's end. Now, I have brought forth messages before similar to this, but there is something here about very much dissatisfaction and almost in disparity for some of you. On this day, it is Thanksgiving. You may be listening or watching sometime later, another day, another, maybe even a year from now. But what I'm feeling very strongly from Spirit is that some of you have been dissatisfied in life, okay? There is a certain something that has been on your mind. And I want to say this. The key here is Spirit is saying the reason why you feel so tangled up and so confused, or you're in your head too much, and your head is sort of ruling the roost right now. And so you can't find your way out of some entanglement that you've been in. And Spirit says the reason why is because you cannot find the peace, the answers that you need, with the chaos in your head. Sometimes things, resolutions, aren't about discombobulated, chaotic thoughts. Sometimes you have to feel your way through, okay? You have to feel your way through. And so I feel very strongly that some of you have been in this period of really, I can't even speak the words because I feel it so strong with some of you. I feel like that it's such a tangled mess, whatever it is you're in, that you can't seem to find your way out of this maze, or this, I see like this ball of yarn, not yarn, those rubber band balls or something like that, where there's so many layers of rubber bands on it, that you can't see to the core of it. You can't seem to untangle something. Okay. So Spirit says, I was guided to use my soul cards, okay? This is a deck that I like here, Talking to Heaven. This is what I call the soul cards, and they are used sometimes for medium readings for loved ones that have passed on that want to come through. But this here today is about the soul, okay? This is about your soul trying to get through and say, hey, you're not listening to me. You're trying to figure everything else out on the outside, but you're not in touch with yourself, okay? And you may be going from reader to reader to reader and trying to figure this all out. This one said this one said that. I'm going to tell you something right now. I am called to be on this mission to help you all and for myself to get to the soul level, right? To get to the soul, the heart and soul. I am not a reader for entertainment purposes, like play these numbers and you'll win the lottery, or you're going to meet your soulmate in 6 months or 8 months. Sometimes some of that comes through and I touch on that, but for the most part, I am not going to give you a specific type of reading about love. And the reason is because it's hard to capture a love reading specifically for anyone in particular. Love readings are great for one-on-one if you want to have a love reading with someone. It's best to do a one-on-one with them rather than hear from the collective. And I know that there are times when you really need to hear something, you really need reassurance. But I'm telling you guys, there's no place like your own voice, your inner light. And some of you might say, I can't do that. I can't hear because my head is so there's so many thoughts going round and round. It takes practice, guys. I'm going to be real here. Don't take the lazy way out. Okay? It's great to hear a reading once in a while and to be led to it. And to be if you're in that spiritual community as we are, to have support. It's great to hear those readings. But please don't go reader to reader to reader to try to hear what you want to hear. This is for the soul. Somebody, okay? Somebody is in a situation where everything sort of collapsed. This is what I'm feeling. And if this doesn't resonate with you and you are part of this spiritual community, please send healing energy to whoever this is, because they are in much need of this beautiful support from all of us. This is why we're here, guys. And so, somebody is in a dire situation. And I almost feel like for some, it's someone's walls came crumbling down, okay? Now, lately the readings have been very positive about abundance coming in, appreciating abundance, and finally the tide is turning for some of you, the wheel's turning for some of you. But for some of you, you've been sort of pondering, this isn't for me. I don't understand. Why did my walls come tumbling down? Why did everything crumble? My whole world was intact and all of a sudden, bam, something just hit. Listen, nothing happens by chance. This is my belief. You can believe what you want. But I totally and firmly believe that everything in life is about a lesson, okay? They may seem harsh. They may seem unreal, like, well, how did I get myself in this situation? What the F am I going to do now? Okay. So, you are reaching out and you're desperate for answers. But guess what? You're not going to find them in thought after thought after thought, digging, trying to figure out why. You're going to find them from the heart and soul, okay? Somebody's in a situation where this card says, I had to leave this way, okay? The meaning in this card right now, and what Spirit wants to say, is that the situation you are in had to happen so you could see and find your voice, so you could see the light, so you could see the little flicker within your soul that's trying to become inflamed, an inferno, to give you the answers, to lead you in the right directions, to be your compass. But you haven't allowed it because you've been taken over by shock or grief or anger. But I'm here to tell you that your soul is the flame. You are the fire. You cannot be destroyed. You cannot be burned. Someone may think you can be burned, or you may think you can be burned or have been burned by job loss or relationship loss or whatever it is, right? The loss of someone that you thought you'd be with forever and they passed on, whatever it is. It was all fated, guys. And it wasn't like this is punishment. Never, ever is this punishment. And people have a misconception of why would God allow this? Why? God does not inflict punishment. In my own belief, sorry. I'm not going to tell you to believe that way, but it's my belief that God never inflicts punishment. God allows things to happen in our life for us to learn a lesson. Okay? And that doesn't mean I was thinking of Christmas Story, that movie where the mother puts a bar of soap in the kid's mouth because he swore. It's not that kind of a lesson, guys. It's the lessons that help us grow. And a lot of times, these lessons that help us grow, and sometimes they're tragic, sometimes they're really profound or very shocking. Sometimes those lessons lead us to a greater, well, I'm going to say all of those times, those lessons lead us to a greater place. Something that moves us from where we were in that stuck energy, in that feeling of self-pity, of feeling stuck. Sometimes those lessons bring us to that place where now we've grown and we've learned, but we can also help others learn in a loving way, okay? Not a vengeful way, a loving way. And so we're all connected by this great big one energy source, right? So lessons that have to be learned or lessons that are learned are for a reason. Everything is, right? And so when you get into that space where you feel as if you don't understand, why did this person do this? Why'd they do that? How did this happen? How did I get to this place? You got to that place because there was something you needed to learn. And some of you have convinced yourself that you can't get past what has happened to you. Woe is me, woe is me, okay? You can't get past the thought process. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't get to the place in that is your whole truth, your inner you, your soul, if you don't listen, there will be lesson after lesson after lesson until you finally say, okay, I surrender. I listen to my soul. I will listen to the true guidance, the only true guidance. Guys, I'm here to deliver messages to help you find your light, okay? That's my mission. That's what I am here to do. I may not be liked by some of you sometimes, and I have received a few negative comments, but I will tell you this. Go within your own soul, okay? Go within your own soul and listen. This had to happen, whatever it was. It had to happen. It was fate. It was, and I know that some of you are like, wait, what? Fate? Really? This thing that happened to me, that devastated me, that took something from me, that's fate? Yes, that's fate. Because you may not be perceiving it the way it really is. You may only be seeing, in fact, yes, some of you are only seeing all the negative in this. You're not seeing what you need to see. And I am not here to judge because, believe me, I've had some lightning strikes over my head many, many times. And finally I've said, oh, okay. I don't understand why this, or this. Why is this coming upon me now? Why? But I have never once said to God, why are you punishing me? All right? I have asked my God, my inner self, what is this lesson here for me? What is it? What can I learn from it? Please let me learn so I can get past it. Do you really want to keep spinning your wheels trying to figure this out in your head? Or do you want to get to the heart of it and the soul of it and move on to something else? Okay? Which one? Do you want to stay stuck? Or do you want your soul, your divine creator, to lead you to the right place, to the lesson learned, so you can acknowledge it, you can grow from it, and you can learn from it and take your next step? It had to happen, guys, whatever it was. Listen to your soul. Don't you dare say, but I can't. You don't know how much chaos is in my head. Yes, you can. You don't have to meditate the traditional way, but you have to ask for guidance every day. You have to do some of the work. And you have to ask for assistance in clearing all of that other stuff out so you can hear. So you can hear your own truth, okay? And sometimes the truth is scary to you and your perception. But the reality is that the truth is only the truth. It can't kill you. And really, the truth can't even hurt you. It is just your inner compass, guys. Okay? It's taken me a while to open up to that because I was scared. But I'm in that space now. Look what comes of that. Okay? I feel healthy. I feel happy. This had to happen. Okay? This could be a two-parter, guys, because this is already, I'm in 18 minutes and only on that first card. Spirit has a lot to say in regards to this. Some of you are not reaching inward. Not a judgment, again, not a criticism. Something you need to know. Something that you need to do. Reach inside. And some of you are afraid that if you sit still, you're going to hear something you don't want to hear. But how do I discern, Naomi? How? How do I discern what's the truth and what's my thoughts? Because the truth doesn't bring about sick stomach or chaotic thoughts. The truth brings peace. Okay? So Spirit wants you to know, guys, none of this is your fault. Fate is fate. Whatever happens in life, in whatever situation, it's fate. It's not your fault. Yes, I've made a decision that doesn't, or so you're saying, I've made decisions that really, were effed up. They really effed up. Guess what? You made those decisions because there was something that you needed to see, something you needed to learn. But you say it hurt someone in the process. It may have, but that lesson may be for them too. Okay? Everything is a lesson. This whole life, this path is a lesson. And it is a lesson that we need to learn. We need to accept. We need to bring it into our vision. Okay? Stop sweeping things under the rug. Stop pushing them away. Stop working stop working 60, 70, 80 hours a week to stay busy so that you don't have time to feel. Because what we do in our everyday life, work, our everyday work life, yeah, we have to think. Of course we do. We have to use our brain. We have to use our skills, our expertise. But when it comes time to be quiet and to be within, to be outside of work hours, that alone time that you have right before you fall asleep, you need to be able to allow yourself to feel. Okay? Sometimes when we go through things, it's painful. Now, as I said, the truth is the truth. The painful part is the resistance and the letting go of things that we have to let go of so we can be within our truth and hear and feel and know and follow the compass to resolutions. Okay? It's not your fault. A marriage is ending, not your fault, not their fault. It just couldn't be. Okay? A relationship is ending, whatever kind of relationship that is. There's a falling out. Someone may have gotten out of control and said some nasty words and you had a falling out. There's a lesson to be learned there, I'm telling you. Now, I'm not saying go out and be nasty to someone on purpose, because there might be a lesson. But whatever happens naturally, it isn't your fault. Okay? Well, someone's not speaking to me anymore. I've racked my brain. What did I do? What did I do? It's not your fault. Something had to happen in order for you to recognize something. And that person, whoever did whatever they did to you, trust me, they are learning something too. And if you think they haven't or they won't, they will. And I'm not saying punishment. I'm saying there's a lesson. I don't believe in punishment in that way. I believe, and this is my own personal beliefs, that when something happens that makes an impact on your life and changes things in your life, it's for a reason, okay? It's hard not to hate on someone who has made an impact in your life that has turned your world around. It's hard not to react in hate. It's hard to sometimes to sit down and ask for love to get you through this. For some people, it's how can I get back at this person? How can I rectify or forgive a bad boss or someone who was always trying to throw rocks in your path? How do I forgive that person? What can I do to get even with them? No, it's not about that, guys. You're taking control when you do that. You have to let the universe open up whatever it is that you need in that moment, that lesson that needs to be learned. Okay? We are not in control. It's not up to us to decide the fate of someone else. It is not up to us to try to keep someone in our life or to make them pay the price for something. It's not. None of that is in any of our control. Okay, when you try to put yourself in that position, you're not listening to the universe. You're not allowing yourself to open up to the lessons. Open up to you. Open up to what God gave you in your heart and your soul. Listen to your own path. Follow your own path. You cannot control what someone else does, the actions they do, everything. And I believe that when things happen in our life, and I call them tower moments, I believe they're fated. And they are fated for us to pick ourselves up and to learn and to grow and to flourish into something more beautiful. That's what I believe. That's what Spirit is saying here. Not your fault. Okay? And some of you, I've had a few rough comments from people. And by the way, if you do put in comments that are negative, that could affect someone else negatively, you just need to know right now that I will not act in hate. I will not respond. I will not get revenge. But I will say this. I will, in the act of love, delete your comment, and I will report you, and I will say a prayer of love and light for you. Okay? I do not believe in revenge. I do not believe in any of that, because it is up to the universe. It is up to us to follow that path, that guidance. In love, any other way will bring you dissatisfaction. It will bring you to a place of misery. When is this person going to ever get their karma? They're just desserts for what they did. Well, that's not up to you, is it? It's not up to me. No one's perfect. But we have to do our best to follow that path, that guidance, that inner light, guys. Okay? And so, Spirit says, believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to your soul. It's trying to speak to you. You can't get into someone else's soul and try to navigate it for them. How dare you? And I say that in love, and that may sound harsh, but really, how dare you? That's not yours to mess with. Don't try to do that, guys. Don't try to change a situation to your liking. Allow the universe to lead you and to guide you, to open up the doors of opportunity. And when we let go of that control and we try, here, let me say this. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding me. When we try too hard to control a situation, guess what? It all goes awry. But when we sit back and we allow, sometimes it's hard, but when we allow the universe to navigate and to surrender the situation, and we don't try anymore to control the outcome, opportunities open. If you ever notice, the harder you try, sometimes there's like something puzzling and you've been trying to figure it out all day. I'm going to use work as an example. And finally you say, I give up. I'm going to walk away for a little bit. I need a breather. And you come back and you're more refreshed and your mind is more open. The solution appears. That's the way it is. We cannot be in control, guys. This whole life thing, there's certain things that we have to do. But the heart of it, it is in the arms of God. It is in the Creator. It is in the path, okay? Well, this one did that one to me. This one did this to me. This one did that. She said this. She said that. Stop the madness. Stop it. Okay? I believe Spirit is here today to tell us and to tell someone, whoever this might resonate with. Stop the self-blame. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. And as harsh as this sounds, get over yourself. Okay? Because this may not even be about you. Even though something happened to you or in your life, this is about something greater that you don't understand right now. And you're spending a lot of energy and time trying to figure it all out when you could be healing, you could be learning, and you could be taking that step forward into some new beginning that is waiting for you. If you could just get yourself out of that muck and mire, okay? I believe that from time to time, the universe intervenes, God intervenes, and he comes in and he says, enough, enough, okay? This is not punishment, but I can't bear to see you do this to yourself. You don't deserve this. You're self-destructing with all the thoughts, the chaos, when the answer is within. Get up and do some of this work, because I didn't create you to sit around and feel sorry for yourself. All right. If that was harsh, I apologize, but you needed to hear it. And so Spirit says this is all in love and light. This is all to help you grow, guys. And me included. I'm no different. I really appreciate you guys being here, okay? Sometimes things aren't easy to hear, but they're needed. And for those of you who aren't really resonating with this right now, send the love, send the healing, please. We are all in this together. Send the loves and the healing to those who need it now. I love you guys. And I'm going to end this audio now, or video now, with a thankfulness in my heart that you're here. Thankfulness for the messages. And for all of us as we strive to get to this place right here. Right here. And I'm with you every step of the way. In love and light, I wish you a very special Thanksgiving holiday, or wherever you are, a very great weekend. Okay? Love and light to you all. I will talk to you soon.